What up, people? On today's episode of Mike's Motorbikes, we're going to be playing with one of my few Atc70s I got here. So I got the idea a few minutes ago, and I'm a very impulsive person. I think it might be possible to put a Honda Grom type motor in this thing and make a fuel-injected electric start Atc70. I don't know that it's ever been done before. I've never seen it. But I'm going to go find a Grom and see if we can make something happen. And we got it all stripped down in like literally 8 minutes flat. Luckily there's really nothing to these. There's like 4 wires, 2 engine bolts and exhaust, the carburetor, and that's about it. There's all the pieces. So this motor ran good, but the trans was a little iffy like a lot of the Chinese motors. It had like 7 neutrals, so we're gonna see what we can do. Let's go find the Grom motor. So I got my hands on a monkey bike motor, a 2020 fuel injected electric start, and as we can see they're kind of similar in some ways, but if you look at the motor mount positions, this one's kind of similar, but the rear on the pit bike or Atc70 style motor has one mount in the back, and this has 2 that are in completely different spots. So we're gonna get it under there and see what everything looks like lining it up. Here's another view of the 2 motors side by side. As you can see, very similar, but unfortunately very different. So unfortunately, we didn't make it all too far. We can't even put the jack up at all because we are hitting extremely badly pretty much everywhere. The motor does not even come close to fitting. I was hoping it would at least fit in between the frame rails, but obviously I didn't measure at all. So we're gonna have to do some calculations here and either cut the frame, and then obviously there's no going back, or see, well, that's really the only option, is cut the frame. Something like that, probably, so I can keep my seat mount. But besides that, I don't think we have any other options. So let me do some calculations, and by calculations, I mean just start cutting the frame. Such a sad sight to see. What are you gonna do? We gotta cut there, I figured, and that one out too. And the saddest part is, gotta cut the poor 1985 sticker. Maybe we'll see if we can save that and relocate it somewhere. But what's done is done. There's no turning back now. So I know this video is kind of skipping around a lot, but I thought of a way better idea. I decided instead of keep cutting the 70 frame past the point of no return, I cut up a monkey bike frame. It was crashed. It was destroyed, so who cares, honestly. And I'm starting to get the idea of what I want to do here. So luckily, the frame rail from the monkey bike kind of fits into the 70. Obviously, I got to clearance that, a lot of stuff. But if I can get that to slide in far enough to get the motor back, weld it solid, then I'll have the actual mounts for the monkey. Finally got some more time to mess with this thing a little bit. I got all that stuff grinded out of the way, and I got this kind of in there. Might have to grind a little more, try and get it further in there. Or I might leave it there and stretch the frame because I don't think the motor's going to clear the tire. And definitely won't clear the fender. But we're going to try and get it in there and see if we can get 2 bolts in it and make the motor stay in without the jack. Got a little more time here and finally got the monkey bike frame section welded into the Atc70 frame. So I know I said this a lot, but I guess there's actually no turning back now. This is really happening. I actually have to see this project through because both frames are now officially ruined. They were ruined before, but now they're really ruined. And this has to happen, so I'm pretty excited. Let's see how the motor fits now that I welded it in. All right, this is a very exciting moment. We get to take the jack out. Let's see. Wow, didn't even move. Look at that, baby. We got a monkey bike motor in an Atc70. So unfortunately, I think that was just the easy part, or one of the easier parts, because we're going to have all sorts of issues. One, I know the tank's not going to clear the throttle body or the cables. Issue number 2, I got to find a spot for the battery and all that stuff. And issue number 3, there's issue number 3 right there. That is a lot of wiring, and almost all of it is necessary, except I guess the taillights if I don't want to run taillights. But I'm going to run the headlight. I'm going to run the dash from the monkey bike, and I want, obviously, all the fuel injection stuff to work. I'm not going to put a carburetor on it. That would defeat the whole purpose of running this motor. So I think I'm going to cut the video off here because I don't have time to keep doing this, and this is just going to drag on if I don't make it a multiple part series type of thing, I guess. So part 1, motor's in, it's welded. I still have to make a top motor mount. I still have to make an exhaust. I still have to do wiring. I still have to figure out the tank issue, clearing that throttle body, a battery. I have a lot of things, my head's spinning with this thing, but at least now it's together and it rolls. And look at that. That's a beautiful sight right there. But all right, guys, like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. There's definitely more coming. So stay tuned.